I want to go to 1 John and read from the 4th chapter. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God, even or every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God. And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is that spirit of AntiChrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world. Ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. We are of God, and he that knoweth God heareth us. He that is not of God heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. And a few words in 1 John chapter 2. Thank you, Jesus. 1 John chapter 2. Thank you, Jesus. Verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of God abideth forever. Little children, it is the last time. And as you have heard that AntiChrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know it is the last time. You may be seated. You know, and probably if you really, as John wrote these words, the things that he may have been facing during that time, as the Lord inspired the words, God sees things and inspires his word so they can be received through the ages. But for the person receiving the inspiration from God, we may not always know right then just how profound and how deep meaning and how strong this inspiration actually is. But for him, his inspired words included probably some thoughts, but, you know, even the thoughts of a righteous man are ordered of the Lord. His steps are ordered. I don't mean footsteps. But a person that's living for God, your steps being ordered of the Lord means your thought process, things you say, things you write, things you do. But even though your thoughts are ordered of the Lord, you're still a human being. But you're a human being sold out to God. And you don't always know all things there are to know, because God knows all things. And he only reveals us a few things to keep us going. Keep us happy, to keep us inspired, because if he revealed everything to us, we would be so holy nobody else would be able to touch us. Because he already has problems with us as it is sometimes, just with the things we do know. But John was writing these things, and probably in his thinking, even though he was being inspired, just from what we read here, he probably thought, I'll probably live to see the coming of the Lord. He probably thought that. There have been a lot of inspired people that have thought that through the centuries, because all the signs of the end are here. It's been like that just about in every century since Jesus gave his life on Calvary, that earthquakes have been in diverse places. Children have been rising up against their parents. There have been wars and rumors of war, and it's been like that for a long time. Some people just wake up when they hear the news that it's about to affect them, and suddenly they feel like the Lord is coming. Yesterday, I believe it was, or last night, some people down south saw a UFO. And, usually those things don't hit the news. But sometimes it's so, some things are so, there's so many people involved that they can't hide it. Now, I don't know what the UFO was, but anything that's unidentified, nobody seems to know what it was, and it's a flying object, so it's a UFO. Unidentified flying object. If you don't know what it is, it's unidentified, and if it's flying, it's flying. And if it's an object that you saw, it's an object. So whether you like it or not, there are UFOs out there. And people are seeing them. And when you don't know what it is, it leaves a little spirit of, I wonder what it is. And then when you hear the explanations of the government, it sounds like a lie, whether it is or not. The government's always lying to us and telling us crazy things, and there's something about these UFOs, when they try to explain what it is, it's so ridiculous that it makes you believe it really is somebody about to invade us from Jupiter or somewhere, I don't know, or way out there in another galaxy. I don't think like that, but I can understand why people would. But and I remember several years ago, something appeared over Washington, D.C., and it made nationwide news. And probably, we got a young church here. This is probably before some of you were around. But there were fighter jets chasing after this thing, whatever it was, and then all of a sudden, things got hushed up because they didn't know how to deal with what to do, and then all of a sudden, it all got explained away with these intelligent airplane pilots and these intelligent people can't tell a UFO from some kind of a sparkle from the sun glancing off of something, It's just hard to explain some things when it's unidentified and you don't know about it, and you can't be the authority with the answers on it. Sometimes you're just at the mercy of whatever it is. Wouldn't it be awful to wake up in the morning and find out all of a sudden all these creatures are walking around at your front door looking at you, wondering what you are?